Ten.
Stand by to take studio.
7, 6.
Stand by camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good afternoon, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tim Evans.
And I'm Tony Nault. On today's show, we have a look at the French immersion play, a look at the importance of social studies, and a look at coffeehouse auditions. But first, our lead story.
MCHS recently opened its doors to the Capital Region to show off our great school. At the open house, MCHS students and potential students had an opportunity to discover all the hidden gems at Morinville's only high school. We sent MCTV reporter Genevieve Ransom-Ratouche to dig up and examine some of the hidden gems.
Always easy because of the bumps we face before university. Moreover, drawing the attention of new students is a challenge, but according to recent reports, MCHS is where it's at.
I chose it because all of my sisters went, and I heard that it was an amazing school, and I wanted to be part of the community and go to school where I live.
Well, I live in Morinville, and Sturgeon is not the option, so MCHS is where to go.
We offer a lot of different programs that are similar to other schools, but we just do them better.
To be honest with you, I've heard that, we're one of the best schools in Alberta, so it's a great opportunity for you to learn, and the teachers are great here.
Because it lets you reflect on everything that you do at a place in this building where we work or where we go to school. What's good about it? And there's so many things that you could say that are good about the school. It's just a nice thing to see how many people are here tonight, especially on a night where the weather's bad. It's good.
If you had any other...
It's an excellent school. It really is. There are great people here, great students. It's a good place to be.
Become a wolf, to become together as one, where you can call this your second home, just to be all together.
Do you think...
I work here. No. Best thing about this, I think it's the sense of community that comes with being here. A lot of people are always, very outgoing, very friendly. I really like the philosophy that our schools have developed with the HOWLS acronym. I find that really important. And it's a fun place to be, but it's a good place to come to get an education as well.
At MCHS, the open house brought a whole variety of options and courses new students could explore. But as our former students explained, there is something about this school that offers a lot more than others.
Students can take the initiative. They can propose things. They can go out and do stuff. They can help. There's so many things that can happen. Depends on the students.
That we're a great school, and we're very welcoming and caring, and it's very anti-bully here. So
It is because it's been proven. The Alberta Education tells us that. The Ministry of Education, the Fraser Institute, they compile all the data. They show that we are doing this. It's not us thinking that, well, we do think that, but it's also them proving it.
How do you think?
Because people get to learn more about the school that they're going to go to, and they get to learn more about the courses and everything that they're going to be learning.
Good way to show people what is happening at the school, the different programs, courses, initiatives, opportunities that are going on.
Yeah, I've heard that we're one of the top schools in Alberta, so we get all the courses that we need. Yeah.
Teenagers often have trouble getting involved with community activities because we are often narrow-minded. But MCHS provides students with a chance to explore their passions and better develop the community surrounding them.
I think so that they can get more involved in the community and get extra credits and just be more outgoing and part of things.
Because if they don't, they're lame. They should get involved because it's your years to do things, to have fun. Why not do that at school? Why not get involved? Why not be a part of things? Everyone's going to either sit around and complain that nothing's very good, or if you're the one sitting around and complaining, then get off your butt and do something about it.
There's a lot of great opportunities that we could have in this school, and people should take that for granted.
That the word can spread and we can get more of a population coming to MCHS.
MCHS open house last night. It drawn a lot of attention. It will probably bring a whole bunch of new students to our school next year. Our school offers a variety of options that other high schools don't, and it's one of the best academic high schools standing in Alberta. We have a wonderful principal and many other people that go here. Just because we are a small school doesn't mean we have small hearts. At MCHS, it's where it's at. This is Genevieve Ransom-Retouche reporting for MCTV News.
Among the great opportunities here at MCHS, 35 students and staff had the opportunity to travel to the Orient with Miss Whittle Williams. Miss Whittle, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
Great. So, how was China? What was it like?
China was amazing. It was a mystery that unfolded before us day by day. We knew we were traveling to a communist country and we weren't sure what we were going to experience. And what we did experience was nothing short of life-altering.
Okay. So, what cities did you visit?
Oh, we had a variety of cities. We traveled quite extensively in China. Before we left, we did some research, but nothing could prepare us for the vast scope of our trip. We began in Beijing, which of course is home to the Great Wall of China, and so we had that wonderful experience. From there, we went to Xi'an to see the Terracotta Warriors. From there, we went to Chengdu, which is the home of the Giant Panda Reserve. From there, we went on to Chongqing, and before we left, I can honestly say I'd never heard of Chongqing, China. But having been there now, I realized that with a population of 32 million people, perhaps it should have been on our radar a little bit earlier. Yeah. After we left Chongqing, we joined a river cruise on the Yangtze River, and we got to experience the Three Gorges and the Great Hydro Dam project in China. And we ended that mini tour in a small city of 14 million called Yichang, and they're on to Shanghai. Nice. Absolutely.
Nice. So, were there any hiccups with the trip?
Well, hiccups. I suppose the major hiccup happened the day before we left. Well, the day we left, actually. We lost two of our student travelers. Unfortunately, because of the snowstorm, Jay and Janessa Campio couldn't join us on the trip, which was a great tragedy. We missed them, we thought about them, but other than for that, things went swimmingly.
Awesome. So, do you have any trips coming up? Any idea of where the next trip of a lifetime?
I do believe Ms. Krulak is organizing a trip of a lifetime for next year to, I believe it is France and Italy. So students who are curious and keen to travel, it can be a life-altering experience. It's well worth your time.
Excellent. Great. Thanks for joining us, Ms. Whittle.
Thank you so much for having me, Tim.
And welcome back to Canada.
Yes.
So, moving on from travel to talent, MCHS is known for its talented student body from sports to academics. However, there is a variety of talent in our school. We're giving them an opportunity to show their abilities in the upcoming MCHS Coffee House editions, which will be held May 15th at the Community Cultural Center. We sent MCD reporter Tony Alt to check out the field.
When MCHS isn't sporting its athletic or academic accomplishments, it boasts in its talented student body. The high school annually holds a talent show called Coffee House to let high schoolers with different interests and talents perform for all to see. Students audition to a panel of judges in the music room.
My motto for freestyle dancing is just practice, 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 and just keep going. And if you can't perfect it, just keep trying and keep it up. I just love performing, and like dancing's been a part of my life since I started dancing back in grade 6, and it's just been a part of my life ever since. So.
Along with our dancers, there was a large number of singers. I asked Callie McDonald what it was like auditioning.
My sister and I, Kirsty MacDonald, we played guitar and sang a mashup of Little Talks and Home to kind of shake things up a little, because every time we do perform together, it's we just do a normal song, and Kirsty had come up with the idea and we wanted to kind of play around with it, and so we decided that Coffee House would be a good way to kind of figure it out and actually make the mashup. We chose to audition for Coffee House because Kirsty had done it last year, and I went and watched her and I thought it was really cool, and we had performed for grad benefit together, so we decided that if we'd done that, Coffee House seemed pretty cool to do, so we decided to just audition, see how it goes.
This has been Anthony Nault with MCTV News.
The weather's been pretty bad recently.
Yeah, it's considering average high for this time of year is 11 degrees Celsius.
Any hope we should hitch a ride with Mr. Bautestein to Vegas?
Well, we should be slowly warming up come Wednesday, but for now we'll continue wondering why we even live here. But you know, down the week I think we're getting warming up a little bit. Hopefully the snow starts to melt. So as you see, we got Whitehorse and Yellowknife with -3, some sun and clouds. Vancouver, we got 11 degrees with some sun and clouds as well. Really warm down there. It's always warm in BC. Regina, we got some snow. You probably won't want to be there, but you won't want to be in Saskatchewan anyway. Winnipeg, we got 2 degrees Celsius with some sun and clouds. Toronto, we got some icy rain at -1. Not the best conditions there. As you can see in Montreal, we got sun and clouds at 2. Halifax, we got some sun at 6. And St. John's, we got 3 with some rain and snow. Now let's check out how Alberta's doing. At high level, we got some snow, and same with Fort McMurray. High level is at 5 degrees, and Fort McMurray's at 4. Probably not going to want to be up there. Grand Prairie and Edmonton has some cloud with rain. A little bit of sun, though. Grand Prairie at 4 degrees, and Edmonton at 4 degrees as well. Red Deer, we got some snow and rain at 5 degrees. Jasper, Banff, it's rain, a little bit of snow down there. Pretty wet, not the ideal conditions to go traveling in the mountains. Calgary, we got some sun and rain as well with 4 degrees. Medicine Hat, rain at 10 degrees. Now let's check out the current conditions. Right now today it's at 1 degree Celsius. We got sunrise at 6:42 a.m. and sunset at 8:28 p.m. Let's see how what the conditions are for the week. For the week, so most of the week is going to be plus weather, hopefully. We got some sun and clouds throughout the week. Things are looking good. They're shaping up. Hopefully snow starts to melt. So let's see how things are. Tim, how are things back at the studio?
Tony, they are beautiful. Spring is hopefully coming quick, though. History and geography is essential knowledge to be an educated citizen. One of the many faculties that has the responsibility of educating the next generation is Darcy Owen. The lessons learned in this class can be used to avoid repeating history, rather. We sent reporter Bo Weatherby to discover how learning about our history and our geography can be applied to life after school.
Our school teaches students all kinds of classes, but the one in particular teaches us history, and more commonly known as social studies, and why it is important in our lives.
I think it's always important to know about our past, know where we've come from, know the mistakes and the good things that have happened, and just to discuss those and talk about how these things relate to us today and the future, well, the present and the future. Social studies, it's a way that we can look back and find out about how past cultures lived. And a lot of my students have always heard me say, you know, people are people are people. And no matter when we live, no matter what's happening, it's just the things around us that change and become different. So looking at how we adapt to that and how we change with that is always, I think, an important thing to know, and I think it's just kind of fun to talk about sometimes too.
But what do students think about social studies?
Mainly because of the fact that you can learn about history and other stuff, for the fact of political or economic and other stuff of that nature.
And all the students can agree that it's not just the history that makes social studies a lot of fun.
I like my teacher. He makes it fun.
And of course, you can always count on Mr. Owen to bring the lighter side of social studies.
They should take social studies so they can have the pleasure of having me as a teacher.
For MCTV News, I'm Bo Weatherby.
Now let's take a look at the upcoming events here at MCHS. Ultimate MCHS Scavenger Hunt is deadline is tomorrow. Battle hard, winner takes more than bragging rights. Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip training rides begin this Sunday. Meet at 10 a.m. sharp in front of the school. Please bring a CSA approved helmet and a bike, kinda necessary. See Mr. Bottestein for more info. GH Primo presents The Beauty and the Beast on April 16th and 17th. The play is at the Morinville Community Cultural Center. The show started at 7, doors at 6:30. You can pick up your tickets at Primo or Sobeys, $7 for adults, $4 for students. Democracy is coming to the Student Council. If you're interested in joining Student Council, you must now be elected by your peers. Got the winning platform? Pick up a candidate application form from the office and have it returned, filled out, to Elections MCHS Head Madame Boucher by April 19th. Voting takes place May 16th. Be sure to exercise your freedom as a student and get out your vote. Your school, your voice. Make it heard. For these and all other school events, keep connected by watching the daily announcements, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca or checking out the MCHS Twitter at MCHS_Wolves.
MCHS is a school that offers a wide variety of course options, including some of in the nation's second official language. Some of these classes got together under the guidance of Madame Boucher and performed a marvelous play en français. Reporter Amy Lung got a front row ticket to L'acte dramatique de l'immersion en français.
There's many ways to make school plays fun. Since this one is a French play, the students had the opportunity to speak the French language and also chosen this play for their audience.
It's just a different way to present some classroom material. There's a unit they do for public speaking, and so this is how we get around it and not have it be real speeches. And it's fun, and now they have something to present. Because it was all student directed, like I just gave them class time to work on it. They picked their roles, and the roles actually fit their personalities, which is kind of what you want. You want them to be comfortable with what they're doing. These are the kinds of things that you remember when you leave school. It's when you had a chance to just have fun and be kind of goofy with your friends. It's not what you do in the classroom. Nobody walks out of school thinking that was the best essay I've ever written, but that was the most fun I've ever had.
Performing on stage helps to build more confidence. It allows people to be more expressive and might encourage more people to take part in the plays.
Oh, it was just definitely the laughs. I mean, like you get down to business, you have to learn your roles, but at the same time you can make jokes, laugh a lot, and play around with the script. So it was pretty fun. The funniest moment, the most fun, was probably the scene with Sydney where she was trying to get a hug out of me and I was trying to run away and falling down. I thought that was the most fun to play. More or less how to face a crowd. So I used to have a little bit of trouble with stuff like that, but I think this has helped me work over that. Especially since this play was in French, I think it'll really highlight our French program and hopefully get more people into the French program. I mean, if you can find the time, if it's something you like to do, why not do it, right? I mean, it's fun, you hang out with friends, why not?
A lot of effort is put in by the students to form together a play, and it is rewarding to perform it for the little kids, where Abby says more about it.
I think everyone should do something like this because I think everyone should find something they like and they're good at because everyone has a talent. So I like spending the time doing it because I love acting, so it was just a fun other acting thing to do. We got to show it to the little younger kids, so I think they enjoyed it.
This is Amy Leung reporting for MCTV.
Coming up on the April 17th episode of Morinville's #1 news source, we'll have a recap of the spring fling dance put on by the grad class. We'll also have an in-depth coverage of the grade 9 boys basketball team. And have you ever wondered what kind of chaotic order happens behind the studio doors on show day? Wonder no more, we have an exclusive look at show day here at MCTV. All that and your weather team forecast on our April 17th program. That's our show for today. How's the weather shaping up, Tony?
Well, the weather looks pretty nice. Hopefully the snow starts melting and things shape up for the rest of the month. Spring needs to be hurrying up now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. For all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Tim Evans.
And I'm Tony Nault.
Have a good one, MCHS, and remember,
keep it classy, Morinville.